Hi, and welcome to Just Another Monday with Connie. Today we're going to be talking about zero weighted yarn, or it's often referred to as cotton thread tin. Um, about the first 15 minutes of the live, I will be basically greeting people, chit chatting, that type of thing. And then after 15 minutes, we're going to dive into the subject matter. And then based on the time that's left, you know, because normally I go live for an hour and a half. So at that point, if we'll chit chat some more, based on how much time is left. I may not be able to greet people as much as I normally do on my lives. So I'm relying on my moderators to please help me make sure everyone feels welcome. Because I don't want anyone to feel like I'm leaving them out. I mean, I will have some questions that I will be asking y'all. And also, I will ask like for your input too on things. So I will still be interacting with people, but this is my Monday lives are now going to be more of an educational live. So I'm going to be talking about the subject matter more. So let's see. We have Teensy, Michelle, and Vita, Colleen, David, Samantha, Laura, or S. How are all of y'all doing today? And happy 4th of July, everybody. Let me know what y'all plans are for today. Are y'all doing anything special? We're not here. Just basically typical day. We also have Brenda and Ashley that joined us. Hi. And Sharon. How are y'all doing? Sharon, I sent you an email. I think you had left a comment about possibly going live with me. So I did send you an email to get with you on that. Let's see. We also have Spring that joined us. How are you doing, and what are you working on? And like I said, let us know how your 4th of July is going. And let's see. Michelle says she's working on her Liliana Afghan and drinking raspberry iced tea. Awesome. Raspberry iced tea is good. Raspberry lemonade is also good. And let's see. Samantha's working on granny squares and going out with friends. Michelle's cooking marinated steaks in the grill. Ooh, yummy. Me and the biscuit are on our way. Sharon says she loves my hat. Oh, thank you. Brenda's taking a break from alternating her daughter. Altering her daughter's wedding dress. Awesome. I'd love to see that dress, Brenda. That's probably gorgeous. Colleen says coffee with protein shake and Miralax, a size 1 dress for Sissy. Nice. Like I was saying, I'm gonna, the first 15 minutes we're just kind of chit chat, and then I'm gonna start talking about zero weighted yarn or cotton thread tin yarn. Um, if y'all have questions about what I discussed, feel free to ask. Also, if you have any recommendations or suggestions that could be helpful to others on this subject, feel free to discuss that in the chat. That way, I'm trying to help everybody out as much as I can to learn more about this type of weighted yarn. And another thing I'm going to do too, I know some of y'all don't know how to read patterns, and I will be sharing a lot of patterns on today's live. I am going to post a few patterns here and there on my community page with some patterns that use this type of weighted yarn or thread um to try to help y'all out. um there probably isn't as many tutorials online. I was looking and I did find some, so I'll try to share about 2 or 3 a day until I kind of run out of patterns to share for this for the upcoming week. Let's see. We also have Sally that joined us. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? And and let everybody know what you have planned for the 4th of July. Oh, Brenda's gonna do a show a before and after picture when done. Ooh, awesome. Ashley says iced tea lemonade and a corner to corner scrap can made of mandela and skinny cake scraps. David says he's never used during that life. And actually I haven't either. I do have some yarn that's zero weighted that I do plan to do. Sorry, I do plan to do a shawl in the future with it. But I haven't actually worked with zero weighted yarn yet. But I am curious. Those that have worked with it, let us know the things you've made with it. Um, let's see. David says I'm working on a market bag and sipping on Diet Coke. I got my water. Granted, it's kind of looks funny because of my green screen. Um, but yeah, like I said, that's basically how the live's gonna go. And like once again, the subject matter, those that come in, I may not get to greet them like I normally would on a live. So I'm relying on my moderators to help make them feel welcome. Um, but yeah, and I'm kind of nervous about this live too. um, because I'm used to doing more of a social live. And like me and Barbara on our Southern Crocheters live, we get into more educational subjects, but I have somebody with me. So this is like my first time doing it like all by myself. So I hope I do this live justice and I hope y'all learn stuff. Um, but I do have a video I'm going to be playing shortly with some of the pictures submitted to me of other people's zero weighted yarn or crochet thread tin makes. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing a lot of patterns. I have some information I'll be talking about on the subject. And like I said, I'll ask y'all a few questions. Um, and that's pretty much how it's going to go. And I am open to recommendations to make these lives better. So, and starting off, I'm going to be doing the weights of yarn. Then I'm going to dive into fibers. Um, and we'll do other subjects too down the road. And I am always open to future subjects to do on these lives. Let's see. Sally says turmeric tea and summer top. I am barbecuing later. Ooh, yummy. Oh, and for those that don't know, I do have a giveaway going on right now for the month of July. So if y'all haven't checked that out, I have that going on. Sharon says, been making squares for Granny Cardigan number 2. Michelle says, what do you mean by zero weighted yarn? It is a very, very thin yarn. Let's see. Oops. You see how thin? This is zero weighted. Very, very thin. It's thinner than a number 1 weighted. And I believe this is cotton thread 10. I know it's a cotton thread. Hopefully y'all can see it. Do you see how thin it is? It's very thin. And I'm fixing to start getting into more on what you can make with this type of yarn and thread. And like I said, I hope I give y'all ideas. Colleen says, I'm excited about it. Ashley says one of the people who originally taught her crochet taught her with cotton thread and steel hooks. She nearly went blind. Yeah, that has to be tough. Because like I basically learned like using number 4 weighted yarn. That's kind of like my go-to typically with yarn. Um, Michelle says I've made a lot of doilies with rocket cotton thread. Yes, that's the main. That's one of the main things people make with the cotton thread tin is doilies. Um, Ashley says her name is Julie and she crocheted lace curtains for people. The ones in her house had tiny strawberries at the top in red cotton. Adorable. Aww. And Sharon says she's used number 10 thread for Barbie clothes. Yeah, that's another use for it. Um, and I do have a few doll patterns that I found online that I'll be sharing. And all the links are going to be in the description box of today's live for the patterns. And it took up like, I ran out of room. There's actually 3 patterns that I'm going to be sharing with y'all that I couldn't fit in the description box. So when we get to those 3, I'll let y'all know. And if anyone's interested, I could email those patterns to them, pattern links to them, since I couldn't fit them in the description box. But yeah, like I had to take everything out of the description box. Um, so like I said, there's gonna be lots of patterns. Colleen says, I just ordered a thread kit. Awesome. Michelle says, I've made a lot of size 10 crochet cotton thread. Ooh, nice. And one thing too, like some of the pictures I'm going to be sharing shortly, Spring submitted some, and like she also did tatting with the cotton thread. And there's one picture where she made something on, I forget what type of loom it was, but she used a certain type of loom. And she's one that she does have some tutorials on her channel for some of her makes. So, okay, even though it's not quite 15 minutes into it, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna play the little video showing everyone's makes with the zero weighted yarn and cotton thread tin. Um, they like I said, they all beautiful makes, and this may give y'all some ideas if y'all do stuff with this type of yarn, or y'all may decide y'all want to venture into it. Let's see, we have Amanda that joined us. Hi, Amanda. How are you today? Happy 4th of July. Okay, let me pull up the video. everyone had such beautiful makes, and I hope seeing those pictures help inspire y'all. Um, One thing I do want to mention, um, that shawl that Crystal with Crystal the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady, the yarn she used is actually the yarn that I have right here that I showed y'all before. This is yarn that she sent to me for my birthday. But like I said, that's how thin the zero weighted yarn is. Okay. And other names that you will hear the zero lace yarn referred to as is fingering. But I do find fingering kind of that term gets used more with number one weighted yarn. But zero lace is also referred to as fingering. Size 10 crochet thread, and it, like I said, it's very thin. It's often used to give a lacy appearance to shawls and doilies. You could It's also used like for table runners, appliques, home decor, beach wraps, light tops, wedding accessories, christening gowns. Um, like I said, it's real lacy looking. And when it comes to crochet, the hook size that's typically used is between a 1.4 millimeter and 2.25 millimeter. But I mean, sometimes you can use a different size hook. Um, and for knitting needles, you typically use a 1.5 to 2.25 millimeter. Um, and another thing too is size 10 cotton thread. It's the most it's the most popular size crochet thread. And it's also sometimes called bedspread weight. And it's usually made from 100 mercerized cotton. And if you don't know what mercerized is, it's basically where they put the thread in a solution, and it typically makes the yarn more vibrant, that it holds like the color better, and it kind of has like it has like more of a shiny appearance to it. And also sometimes the cotton thread tin is made from flax linen. And probably the most popular brand you hear of is the Aunt Lydia's. Typically, it's the most popular. At least that's what I saw online, and it is one that I do tend to see the most. And some other brands is the Lisbeth, DMC, Thread Art, Canon, Golo, Ortiste, Monaco, Dahlia, Burnett Handicrafter, Red Heart Classic. And typically I find when it comes to using like zero weighted or cotton thread yarn, I find it does better, like more solid color, like a solid color more. Um, I find typically you don't really want a variegated yarn, because a lot of times you're doing like lacy type work, and I find it gets too busy a lot of times. Now I am curious, let me know if you've ever used zero weighted yarn or cotton thread yarn, and what things have y'all made with that type of yarn. Let's see, we have Nana Michelle that joined us. She's listening and working on her virus blanket. She taught herself to crochet with Aunt Lydia's making dollies in the 90s. And like I said, dollies is one of the most popular things to make with the cotton thread. Spring says Elise is her favorite. And we also have Keith that joined us. Hi, Keith. How are you? And happy 4th of July. Okay, Michelle's needing moderators for her live, so if anyone's interested, let her know. Let's see, Nana Michelle says the smallest size she's used is number 40. Sharon says I've also made drawstring pouches. Nice. Yeah, like I said, I haven't made anything with the zero weighted or cotton thread yet. Eventually, I will make a shawl with this. And let's see, Teensy's here. Hi, Teensy. How are you doing today? And happy 4th of July. So, so does anyone have any questions about the information that I've put out so far when it comes to this type of yarn? We also have Tina that joined us. Hi, Tina. How are you today? And happy 4th. And Michelle says, I cannot use smaller than a size 10 thread. Sally says, my grandmother taught me by making dollies. I was 6 years old. Laura says, happy 4th to everybody. Colleen says, thread baby booties. Yeah, and I do have a few baby booty patterns that I will be sharing. And there's a few other things too that we hadn't discussed yet that you may be seeing some patterns for. And some of the patterns are free. Some of them are paid for patterns, and really more of the patterns on this live are paid for patterns because I couldn't find as many free patterns. Typically, the lacier patterns are typically you got to pay for. But like I said, I'm going to be sharing lots of different ideas with y'all with the patterns that I'll be sharing. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. And we also have Laura Lee that joined us. Hi, Laura Lee. How are you doing today? And happy 4th of July. Spring says, I've tatted with a number 80. That's aggravating. And let's see, Keith says, I have a kit for a body wrap from cotton. Nice. Okay. So, does it, sorry, does anyone have any questions about anything that I've discussed so far? Anything y'all want to contribute that might be helpful information for others? Please put that in the chat if y'all do. Um, so I guess we're going to start sharing some of the patterns now. And my eyes are, probably going to be off the screen a good bit. So, like I said, if you say something and I that's important, you may want to re-mention it later if I don't get to it. And also, like I said, moderators, if y'all can help make sure everyone's greeted that comes in, that would be awesome sauce. Okay, the first patterns that I will be sharing. Actually, give me 1 second first. Y'all might hear a little noise. I need to pause this. Okay, I got it. Okay, the first patterns are going to be free crochet doily patterns. And let's see. The first one is called Moon Petals. And look at how beautiful. And I mean, you can do this in different colors. It don't even have to be white. And like I said earlier, all these patterns or the links for the patterns are all in the description box of today's live. Okay, so the next one is Ruby's Pineapple and Diamond Centerpieces. It's by Sarah Al-Amri. And look at how pretty this one is. And then here it is done in a light purple. Let's see. Okay, I thought I had seen a comment. I was trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. And the next one is Crochet World Dolly of the Month for April. And I can't click on it to enlarge the picture, but I think it's real pretty and I love that shade of pink. And let's see. Let me get to the next one. The next one is called Terrace of the Magi by Julia Hort. And look at how gorgeous. I love how it's done in the purple. The two different shades of purple. But as you notice, it's still like it's done like in solid sections. Like I said, I don't find that variegated yarn works well with these type of patterns. And here it is done in all white. I love the detail on this one. I think it's gorgeous. Okay. And the next one is a pineapple and roses dolly pattern. And I love the detail to this one too. I love the roses. I think that's gorgeous. And then we have this one, the pink pineapple doily by American Thread Company. And look at how beautiful. And here's a picture of it done in two different colors. So those are the free doily patterns. Now I'm going to be getting into the paid for doily patterns. So let me pull up all these links. Okay. This one is called, I guess, Ivor by Zoya. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that last name, but I love the colors on this one. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love that pink and white together. Oops. And then the next one, I thought I had shown this one before. I don't know, it might be a little different. Inner Vision by Julia Hort. I think it is a little different, but it looks so much like that other pattern I shared. And again, I love those shades of purple like that. Oh, hold on a minute. I messed up. Sorry about that. I need to share the right pattern. I didn't change it. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. The Inner Vision by Julia Hort. And that's where it's in solid white. And that's the different shades of purple. I think that one's beautiful. Okay. And now we're going to get into a free wedding dress pattern. And I always think it's beautiful when people like knit or crochet their wedding dresses. Okay. I wish you could see the detail better. I don't find it's the clearest picture. Oh, here it is better. But isn't that beautiful? And I always love seeing like the wedding shawls too. I think those are gorgeous. Okay. And next we're going to get into some free shawl crochet patterns. Well, actually, it's just the one. Yeah, dresses have to take forever. And there's going to be some other dress patterns that I'm going to show y'all where they didn't call it wedding dresses, but they could probably be used for wedding dresses. This shawl is free, and this one's crochet. It's called Gordenia Shawl by Maria Bittner, and look at how beautiful. And then now we're going to get into the paid for shawl. I'm sorry, the free shawl knit patterns is next. And I do have all the patterns broken up um in the description box by if they're crochet, knitted, if they're free or paid for. Okay, this one is the Snowy Feather Lace Cape by Wendy Horbrow. And look at the detail. Just beautiful. Okay, the next pattern is the Queen Susan Shawl by the Ravelry Heirloom Knitting Forum. And look at all that detail. See, this shawl would probably take a long time. But isn't that gorgeous? And then, okay, that was the last one. Okay. And now we're going to get into the paid for knit shawl pattern. Well, it's just one that I'm going to be sharing. And this is by Kristen Hansen. And isn't that beautiful? I love, love, love lacy type shawls and wraps and stuff. Okay. Now we're getting into the paid for crochet shawl patterns. Let me pull those up for y'all. Okay. The first one is Grandma's Shawl pattern by Katrina King. And look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. Okay, let's see. So y'all are liking the pattern so far? Okay, Michelle. Send me an email, Michelle, and we'll get together on doing that, making that happen. Yeah, I agree, Colleen. A lot of work on a lot of these patterns. Probably would take quite a while to make a lot of them. And we also have Deanna that joined us. Hi, Deanna. How are you today? And happy 4th of July. Okay, let's continue with the patterns. These are crochet paid for shawl patterns. This is the number 10 butterfly shawl by Noreen Crone Finlay. And that one's gorgeous too. And I love the fringe at the end. I'm a fringe person. I love fringe. And next is the Wisteria Shawl by Vicky Chan. And now this is one that you do have more of a difference in colors on the pattern. I think this is a beautiful shawl. But I think I really love it in this blue right here. I think that's gorgeous. And then here it is. That's a light blue. It kind of looks light blue. It kind of looks gray. And it also kind of looks like a little purple. But I think this is just so beautiful. Oh, here it is in a different color. And then next is the Leela shawl, and it's by Dragana Savcock. Um, I can't even say the name. And I love how they have like the border, the end border in a different color. I like those little pops of colors. And I love how they have the little rose right there. Ooh, I like how it looks like this. That's beautiful. And one thing too that I do want to point out too, that this will also give ideas of what colors to use or type of yarn to use when making projects. Um, on Ravelry, you have these tabs where it says details, yarn ideas, projects. If you click on where it says projects, like this one says to buy it. So two people submitted pictures, which these look like the same exact ones. But a lot of times patterns will have more pictures and that will give you ideas too, which I'll see if the next one has some for y'all. Oh, we have Trudy and Tank that joined us. How are y'all doing? And happy 4th of July to y'all. Okay. This is the Cobweb Wrap by Regina, I guess, Wiss, something like that. Okay, this one has 21 for the projects. So you'll get to see it done by other people and the colors and stuff that they chose. I wanted to point that out because I know sometimes people don't always know what color yarn to use or what, that type of thing. But overall, I do feel like zero weighted yarn and cotton thread tint, it does tend to look best like in solid colors. You see the details better. I think this pattern here is gorgeous. Just so beautiful. And the next one is the a Dahlia, I guess, by Jane Van Sluis. And look at how beautiful. Okay, the other pictures are all the same colors. Okay, so next we're going to get into free christening gown knit patterns. And like I said, this will give different ideas of things you can make with this type of yarn thread. And this is called Angel Christening Gown by Diane Zangle. And I think that's real pretty. And now we're going to get into the paid for christening gown crochet patterns. It's a lot of patterns to pull up. Okay, and I love this one here. It's called Rose Christening Set by Dulcie Rhodes. And I love the touch of flowers and the little ribbons on it. I think that's too cute. And I just think that one's beautiful. Okay, the next one is Baby Andrea's Christening Outfit, and it's by Helena Matson. And again, just gorgeous. So lacy. And here's the booties that go with this pattern. And the little like headpiece. Okay, and let's get to the next one. This is Baby Josie Christening by Helena Matson. Look at how beautiful. And here's a little head bonnet. Oh, I like how it has the flowers. And here's the little shoes. Beautiful. Oh, hi, Dorla. How are you doing today? And happy 4th of July. Oops. Okay, next we're going to get into free snowflake crochet patterns. I told you I'd be sharing a lot of patterns. Okay, the first one is Frost Veil Snowflake by Julia Hort. And look at how pretty. That'd be beautiful on a Christmas tree. And I love how like it has kind of like that kind of goldish look in this one and the pink. Okay. And let's get to the next one. This one is called Wisp Weave Snowflake Pattern, and it's by Julia Hort too. And I love the pink. I think that's beautiful. And here they show it in different colors. Just gorgeous. Okay. Next, we're going to get into a free bookmark crochet pattern. So you can also make bookmarks with this type of yarn thread. And this is called Fan Bookmark by Crochet Rue. And look at how pretty. I think this would look beautiful like in a pink or a blue. Just gorgeous. Okay, so next is paid for table runner, tablecloth, either table runner or tablecloth crochet patterns. Let's see. This is the Grand Lace tablecloth by Olga Alex. And look at that detail. Just gorgeous. And I always love like the lacy patterns that have a lot of detail. And next is the Sunspire pattern by Julia Hart. And look at how beautiful. And this one is a table runner. Okay. So now we're going to get into this one. It's a crochet pattern for a top. And I tried my hardest to find like a variety of things for y'all. Okay, this is called Top Camellia pattern by Morena. I can't even pronounce the last name. But look at that detail. Isn't that pretty? And I would love to, I wish they had pictures of it in different colors. But I mean, just gorgeous. Let's see. We have Denise that joined us. How are you doing today, Denise? And happy 4th of July. I see a lot of y'all saying that the patterns are gorgeous. And Deanna saying that last Christmas Deanna had made me some snowflakes for Christmas and she used the number 10 thread. And you know, I wish I would have taken them out so I could have shown everybody on this live, but they're in the other room. Okay. So next we're going to get into a free dress crochet pattern. Okay. It's called White Flowers and it's by Olga, however you say that. And look at how beautiful. And this is one that I think could actually be made into like a wedding dress too. I think it's beautiful. And next, these are going to be paid for dress crochet patterns. The first one is White Lotus by this is by the same one the Olga, however you say it. And look at how pretty. And like this one too, I think could be turned into a wedding dress. Or you could do it in different colors. It makes me wonder how long it would take to make like one of these dress patterns. I'm sure it has to take a long time. Okay. And the next one is called Jasmine Pattern by Gala Cerubina, something like that. I know I cannot pronounce these names, but look at how gorgeous this one is. And again, I think this could be turned into a wedding dress too. And I guess it looks like they made it shorter where they turned it into a shirt here. So beautiful. Okay, and now we're going to get into paid for baby dresses. Let me open all these links. I have a lot of links. And then I was preparing for, I started getting some information together for next week's live. And that's even harder because there's more patterns to choose from. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to condense it. I think this is too cute. Baby Pinafore Sundress by Annette Sanko. Look how precious. I love this. This is just too cute. And if anyone has any questions about anything we've discussed today, please feel free to ask in the chat, or those watching the replay, y'all can, ask in the comment section. Also, if anyone has any helpful information, tips when it comes to this type of yarn, the zero weighted yarn or the crochet 10 thread, you can also put that in the chat or in the comments. That way we can all try to help each other out. Okay, so this pattern is a Petite Pineapples baby dress by Bees Bonnets Crochet Boutique. And look at how pretty. So cute. And then they have it in blue too. I like the blue. I like both colors, but okay. Next is Lullaby Baby Dress by Lisa Nasgrant. And look how cute. I love the detail right there. The little flowers. I have a thing for flowers. Okay. The next one is a baby dress sun hat bottle cover. Okay, it's a baby dress sun hat. Sorry, it's a baby dress, a sun hat, and a bottle cover. Okay, I got it now. I love this one too, though. I love the flowers on it. Just too cute. And I love how it has the little thing going through it like this. And look at that hat. Too cute. And then the bottle cover. That is such a cute idea. Put the baby bottle in there. Okay. Next is the Baby Fantail Summer Dress by Helena Matson. And again, I think this is gorgeous. I really love the colors on this one. And this kind of show like where it's more like different colors, kind of more of a variegated yarn. This shows a pattern where that it really works well with. And here it is in yellow and white. And here's the little hair piece. And here it is in some different colors. But I really love that first picture with the more pastel colors. That's my favorite. I mean, you can just have so much fun with this pattern. Oops. Okay. And the next one is Baby Girl Lace Dress by Margaret Winsnett. And look at how cute. And here's, oh, I love how they put the flower on it. And here it is in pink. Yellow. And here's the white again. Too cute. Let's see. Just checking to see if anyone the comments real quick. Let's see, where am I now? The next is Free Glove Crochet Pattern. And this is Wrapped in Lace Fingerless Bridal Gloves by Kirsten Holloway. And look at how beautiful. I love the details. I love the flower with the ribbon. Just gorgeous. And here it is, a different color. That's cute. And here's another different variation to it. Okay, and next we're going to get into the paid for a glove crochet pattern. And y'all may recognize this one because it was in the little video at the towards the beginning of today's live. But look at how gorgeous. This is called Bride's Fingerless Glove Crochet Pattern. And it's by Sharon Santorum. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see. Now we're getting into the baby booties. This is going to be a free baby booty crochet pattern. Let's see. This is Brenda's Thread Booties by Brenda K. Brown. And look how cute. I always think the little booties are cute. The lacework details, the ribbon. I mean, you could do so many different colors. Okay, next is the paid for booty baby booty crochet pattern that I found. And this is called Newborn Booties Fairy Dance by Annette Sanko. Look at how gorgeous. And I love the purple and the green. Just beautiful. Okay, and next we're getting into this is a free adult hat crochet pattern, and it's called Daisy's Cloak Hat. And it's by Maz Kwok, I guess. Um, I'm personally, I don't really care for the colors that they did on this one, but I do think with the right color combinations, this would be a gorgeous hat. But I think like maybe like a pink with the yellow flowers, that would be gorgeous. Okay, next is this is a paid for baby hat crochet pattern. And this is a summer cloak by Maria Bittner. Now, on this one, I'm not really big on the ribbon they use, but I do think with the right ribbon, this would be gorgeous. And you could do like different colors. Okay, and next, I'm going to show y'all some decorative hat crochet patterns. Denise is saying she's never tried thread or zero weight. I haven't yet either. Eventually I do plan to make a shawl with this zero weighted yarn. Um, but I mean, as you can see, there's so many different things that you can make with it. Okay, so let me share those decorative hat patterns. This was called Pinwheel Delight Hat, and it's by Cylinda D. Matthews. And look at how gorgeous. And I love the little touch with the flowers and the ribbon. And then next is Hat of Hearts pattern, and it's by the same person. And look at this, and I love the purple and green. Beautiful. Okay. So next, this is a paid for doll dress knit pattern. Okay. And this is a 1 to 12 scale baby dress and tights by Frances Powell. And that's how that looks. And you could probably have fun like adding ribbon, maybe flowers to it, do it in different colors. Okay. Let me pull up the other patterns. The next three patterns that I'm going to be showing, I didn't have room in the description box to put these patterns. So if anyone is interested in these patterns, send me an email and I can send you the links for them. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me just a minute. Is that the right? No. I forgot to pull these up earlier, so just bear with me. Yeah, this is it. Okay, I got it now. Okay. And like I said, if y'all want or interested in these three, send me an email because they're not in the description box. This is a dress, cardigan, and hat to American Girl Doll by Suzanne, I guess, Fagelberg, something like that. And look at how cute. And this is something, I mean, so much you can do with the color combinations. Okay, let's get to the next one. This is Lucy's Sunday meeting dress for 5-inch Beringer by Amy Carico. And look how cute. And this is another one. I mean, different color combinations, do things with flowers, ribbon. Okay. And the last pattern I have for y'all, this is Crochet Doll Fashions Dresses, tall girl dolls, and there's 6 patterns. And look at how beautiful. And these are some too that, I mean, so much you could do with it. So those are all the patterns that I have to share with y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed seeing all those patterns. And I hope this live has helped y'all learn more about zero weighted yarn and crochet thread 10. And like I said, if y'all have questions, please feel free to ask. If y'all have anything y'all want to share, um, if y'all have used this type of yarn and you haven't said previously, let me know in the chats or in the comments. So we have about 22 minutes left to the live. So now we're just gonna, kind of chit chat. And I do have some patriotic jokes for y'all that I forgot to share with them at the beginning of the live. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. What did the tourists say when they left the Statue of Liberty? Keep in torch instead of keep in touch. The torch, like the Statue of Liberty, holds up. Um, the next joke I have is, what do ducks love about the 4th of July? Firecrackers, quack quack. And the last joke is, which flag is the most highly rated? And that would be the American flag because it has 50 stores. Now, normally you have the like 5-star rating. Well, this has 50 stores. So I hope y'all think these jokes are cute. So I'm curious, what is everyone's plans for the 4th of July? Um, us, we really don't have anything planned. Sometimes, we would barbecue sometimes, but our barbecue pit, the lid don't like really sit properly, so a lot of air gets in, and it takes forever for it to heat up. Yeah, Tina, the ending doll patterns, those are paid for patterns. Um, those last three, those are paid for patterns. And then all the pattern links that are in the description box, I have it broken up if they're crochet or knitted, if they're free or if they're paid for. But yeah, next week's live, I'm gonna do it where I'm gonna make sure all the patterns fit in the description box, and I think I already have all the patterns saved that I plan to use. Um, but basically, I'm gonna try to divide it up more equally if possible with the different types. And just so y'all know, next week we're going to be talking about number 1 weighted yarn on Monday's live. And if y'all have any pictures of your makes with number 1 weighted yarn, y'all can email y'all pictures to me, and I'll do a little video like I did on this live with y'all number one weighted yarn makes. And please make sure to put in the subject line or in the email that it's number one weighted yarn. Um, because each week I'm going to be going through the different weights until I get through them all. Then we're going to move on to the fibers of yarn. Um, and I do hope y'all enjoyed this live. Let me know y'all thoughts on it. If y'all found that this was helpful. Oh, Grace is here. Hi, Grace. How are you doing today? And happy 4th of July. Oh, thank you. She said I outdid myself. The photo showing the patterns. This has been fantastic. Awesome, awesome. And let's see. Colleen says, hubby is going to barbecue and we're staying home with the grand dogs and the dogs because they have panic attacks. Aww. Yeah. Animals tend not to like the fireworks. And let's see. Tina says, everything was so beautiful. I really enjoyed seeing all the patterns. Oh, thank you. Deanna says, the husband and I are just staying home this year. The whole family usually go to the convention center all day for barbecue, picnic, games, and fireworks. But it is too long of a day for us now. Yeah, I do love seeing fireworks, but a lot of times I find it's kind of a headache going to the fireworks shows. The traffic tends to be horrible. When you go to leave, it's hard to leave. But a lot of times we can still see a lot of the fireworks from our house. And then our neighbor tends to do fireworks a lot of times for the 4th of July and New Year's. I mean, he doesn't do it every year, but let's see. Tina says, just staying home today this year. Colleen says she loves the new Monday format. Good, awesome. Because I was kind of nervous about, changing things up like this. It's something that I had been thinking about, and when I had somebody wanting, me or Barbara type thing to go more in detail on the subject of yarn. So it was kind of like that motivation that I needed to take this leap for the lives. Let's see. Tina says, I seen some Saturday night at the campground. Awesome. Colleen says, our neighbor started a block party Friday night. It's against the law, but I don't call on them. Yeah, really, a lot of times, certain things with the fireworks really is against the law. Like some areas don't even allow it. But, people still do it and nothing happens. but but yeah, let's see. I'm checking my notes to see if I forgot to mention anything. Okay, yeah. Like I said, those that have made stuff with zero weighted yarn, not zero, I'm sorry. Those that made stuff with number one weighted yarn, get y'all pictures to me for next week's live. And it doesn't have to be recent makes. This is just anything that you've made, with number one weighted yarn. It could be something you made 20 years ago. It's basically about just sharing different ideas and kind of being able to show off y'all beautiful makes. There's so much talent in the yarny community, and I know I always love seeing what people make. And also just a reminder, the next finished projects video will be July 15th. So y'all can send y'all finished projects in for that video too. But like I said, especially since I have so many different picture videos going on, try to label them or send or break up the emails. Where if it's for one thing, like put finished projects video in the subject line. If it's number one weighted yarn pictures, put number one weighted yarn. Also, let's see. Oh, the Southern Crocheters, we're doing our next live the third Wednesday of July, which I think it's the 20th. Yeah, it's the 20th. And we're asking, to submit pictures of like your yarn stash, or maybe just take, pictures of some of your favorite yarn. And we'll be making a little video for that live. And this month it's going to be on Barbara with Crochet Therapy's channel. And oh, another thing I'm starting, I'm doing like a themed projects video on the first of every month. The first one will be August 1st. And first we're going to be doing pictures of like gloves, fingerless gloves, mittens. And these are makes that, you could have made it 20 years ago for this video. It's just about sharing different, like glove mittens makes. So I'm going to be doing that on the 1st of August. So I think that's all the picture stuff coming up. I know it's kind of getting to be a lot to keep up with. Tina says tomorrow is a work day for most people. Yeah. Deanna says our area doesn't, and when they do around here, people get very angry because we've been in a bad drought. Everything is dry. Our area has been devastated with fires in the past. Yeah, some areas that is a problem. Laura Lee says, just staying home, too hard to get out and about. I can go out on the side of the house, sit in a chair, and watch the fireworks. My sons are up on the hill putting out any fires. See, that's one thing. Like I know, like some areas, are bad for like the forest fires and stuff like that. And I've heard some of y'all share, some of the stuff and how it's like so smoky. And like, I can't really picture that because that's not a common occurrence in my area. Where the stuff we deal with the most is hurricanes. Hurricanes love Louisiana. But let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to mention. Oh, I did mention this at the start of the live, but so if y'all don't know about it, I do have a giveaway going on for the month of July. So if y'all haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. You never know, you might be the winner of some yarn. But I think that's pretty much it for channel announcements. Um, so let's see. Oh, I don't think I asked y'all. What is everyone working on? What are y'all currently working on? Me, it's my shawls. I'm working on a knitted shawl and a crochet shawl, and I haven't really been making good progress this past week on my shawls. It's like some weeks I just don't get as much done as others. But but the funny thing is I so badly want to finish the knit shawl because I want to start on that peacock shawl. And let me pull that up real quick. I have shared it before on a couple of lives, and I've put the link for it in my knitting Friday video before. But let me show you how gorgeous the shawl is. Let's pull it up. Isn't this gorgeous? I so love the look of the shawl. I think it's so gorgeous. Let's see. Deanna says, I finished a baby blanket and now searching for a summer top to make for my vacation. So where are you going on vacation to? And can I come with you? Yeah, Laura Lee says, we get so much smoke from the California fires, we have to stay in the house, and we are in Idaho. That's horrible. Laura Lee says, working on the yard. That's no fun. It's too hot for that, Laura Lee. At least in Louisiana it is. Tina, it's a knit shawl. And that one's using number one weighted yarn. And Grace says, yeah, that this peacock shawl is gorgeous. I am thinking about trying to tackle it. I may wait till you start. Ooh, awesome. Yeah, I'm always curious if I motivate y'all to do certain patterns and stuff like that. But but yeah, I'll be starting that after I finish my knit shawl that I'm currently working on, which seems like that one's taken me forever. Okay, yeah, I answer that. Okay, Spring says working on form work. That's no fun. That you need to have a relaxing day, Spring. Go on vacation. She says cardigan with my own hand spun yarn. Yeah, you are so talented, Spring. How you spin your yarn and all that. Deanna says gorgeous shawl. What color are you planning to use? Okay, I'm going to be using Hobby Lobby yarn. Let me pull it up since I don't have the yarn close by. Give me just a minute. It's a Yarn Bee Rainbow Rhapsody yarn, and the color is peacock. Okay, let me share my screen so y'all can see it. This is the yarn that I'm going to be using for that shawl. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I thought I could enlarge it. But I love the colors. And let's see. Oh, Noni May's here. Hi, Noni May. How are you doing? And happy 4th of July. Yeah, we just have a few minutes left of today's live. Probably stay on about 6 more minutes. But I do hope you catch the replay. Spring says when you form, you opt out on vacation. Aw. Deanna says it's beautiful. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I came across that pattern and I'm like, oh, I gotta make this. This is gorgeous. Laura Lee says we've been in the 80s in the day, 50s at night. Not here. The high is usually in the 90s, but we have had some days lately because we've been having more rain where the high has been in the 80s, but the low is usually like the 70s. And some days I don't even know if it makes it to the 70s. Hi, Sawaro, how are you doing today? And happy 4th of July. We're going to be wrapping things up soon, but I do hope you decide to watch the replay. Tina says pretty. I wanted to get that to try the ivy. Gin top, but they didn't have enough of it. Yeah, that is one thing. It's like sometimes the yarn is out of stock or they don't have enough of it. I know, like I've been waiting for Hirschner's to restock the Soho yarn, and they kept saying I think like it was going to get restocked like the 5th or 6th of last month, and it's still not showing that they have those yarns in stock. And I think those yarns are beautiful. I love I love Hirschner's yarn. They have such pretty yarn. Oh, hi, Melanie. How are you doing today? Happy 4th of July. Um, I'll be wrapping things up soon, Melanie, but I do hope you decide to catch the replay. For those that just joined in, do y'all have any plans for the 4th of July? Are y'all barbecuing or grilling? Catching the fireworks? And if the biscuit was going to all of y'all houses, for what everyone was saying when my giveaway, what they would feed him for the 4th of July, he will be feeling like a king. He will be so spoiled with all that yummy food. But yeah, but just so everybody knows, every Monday I will be doing the educational lives. The first 15 minutes will be more just chit chatting. Give people a chance to make their way to the live, because I find typically the first 10 minutes is usually when everyone's just is showing up. So I kind of like to wait a little while to really get started. Um, so about the first 15 minutes, more greeting people, talking with everybody. Then we get into the subject matter, and then whatever time is left at the end, we just kind of chit chat. Um, since my lives are usually an hour and a half, and next month will be not next month, next week will be number one weighted yarn. And so if y'all made makes in the past with number one weighted yarn, get those pictures in for the little video. Let's see. Grace says, I haven't been on vacation in 30 years, but I love my home and there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. The Wizard of Oz. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming out to the live today. I enjoyed talking to y'all, and I hope y'all enjoyed the discussion. I hope I provided y'all with some helpful information, that y'all learned something new. Um, and I also want to welcome those that will be watching on replay. And if you do watch the replay, leave a comment, let me know. And I hope everyone has a fabulous, yarny 4th of July. Be the light, and bye.